All right. Good morning to everybody. It is Thursday, the 16th of May, 2024. We've got this tuner slash push button assembly out off the chassis, and we're going to take it apart so that we can get everything all nice and lubrified and cleaned up, and so we can get some good adjustments on this and clean the tuner. And these gizzy things, it's got the little spring there, you can see it's clinging on to that little hole right there. It actually wraps around on this side of that button shaft and goes up and curls up around this rod right in there, and that's what springs the lever back up in its usual position. This one here was broke. I seen it when we did the intro and I thought the spring was there, but this one here was broken off, so I need two springs here. I guess you'd call them torsion springs. They're just about like a torsion spring. What I decided to do is I got some piano wire coming. I think it's about 1 millimeter. It might be a half a millimeter or whatever, about this side, about 1/64 of an inch, and got 10 feet of it coming. Fairly good price, not bad. And I'm going to experiment with it to make a torsion spring with it. I think it'll work. I've heard of people using piano wire, the finer piano wire, to make springs with, and I'm going to do it, or I'm going to try it. So anyway, this one here without the spring that we seen in the previous video, I turned it kind of upside down and it just fell right off the shaft there. This one here, I had to wrestle with it in order to get it loose from its current position and get that one off. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this dial background off, and then we're going to take the top plate off of here so that we can get in there to that screw and this screw to remove this part of the assembly from the other part of the assembly, the tuner. And then we're going to strip these components off the tuner up here and get everything ready for a bath. So I didn't realize it, but this tuning shaft is part of this assembly, and it goes in there as this whole assembly goes into the chassis as one unit. And I took all of this apart along with this drive string, and really didn't have to, but the string is getting a little frayed and it needs to get all cleaned up, so I took it off before taking this stuff off. So let me grab my tweezers and we'll see about getting this stuff off of here. Maybe I ought to just go ahead and let's get this stuff over here out of the way. We got this over here. We'll take these little button clips off of here. That one there. Come on, you can do it. Yeah, dude it. Okay, and then these things here, I think, are just loaded in there to keep this thing from flopping around. All it is cardboard. We're going to see if we can modify that and change it into something else that's will give a better highlight, especially with the bulb coming through the back. Okay, let's go ahead and see if we can get these loosened off. There's dot one. Yeah, I thought so. There's always one that wants to mess with you. Let's close that down. I don't want to bend any plates. There we go. Yeah. Okay. Get this up here. Move that there. Yeah. There we go. And that comes off. Put that over there out of the way. Now we can get in here to them darn springs. Get some light here. Get some light there. Okay, I don't need that big screwdriver. I need a hammer. No, I need my tweezers here. Okay, let's see. Hopefully I don't break any of these. And then they should slide upwards. Off the shaft. I'm going to have to push that back. Oh boy, I don't know where that spring went. And neither does anybody else. I thought I heard something, but I wasn't sure. I'll probably find it after I remake one for it. So watch out for those situations where you got springs that you have to deal with. Let's see if I can get this in there around that. There we go. Okay. Hey, that one broke. Yep. This is going to be a dope. I could have easily taken this out. And what do we got over here? and rotated this thing up. That comes off. Springs are out. And I'm not too sure about... We'll put this back in there for right now. First, I want to move that thing out of the way. This doesn't appear to move. So, there. Darn. But this one here is going to be a real issue here, because I still got to go around this bar. This bar will not come out. At least I don't think it does. No. So I got to take and move that down and around. There we go. There's that. And I need to open this gap up. I know you probably can't see everything I'm doing, and I can't see everything I'm doing, but come on, you can do it. If you cooperate. No, I didn't get the gap on it. Okay, let me get this off and we'll be back. Okay, I got everything off of there. I was trying to get this assembly off of here, but it's going to be rather complex, and I think I can get all the stuff spiffied up that I need to get done on this tuner slash push button assembly here. Yeah, there is a brass center shaft that runs inside this tube, and he's the master, kind of gave me a clue onto this doggone thing. Yeah, I see what a cap is on the cabinet now, because this thing here, you'd have to spin it around all the way to the full open position and to unlock it, and it would unlock these discs on the shaft here. Each one of these is a separate tube, and I don't like all them parts, squeaks, draw, and to keep it in relationship to this thing, because there is no changing this, and there, I don't know, I didn't attempt too much of it. I would think that it would come apart, but it won't come apart too easy. Besides, there are two assemblies here, and they're pretty much the same, identical to each other. One rides all the way to that way, and one rides all the way to that way, and these got to jive with these here, because every other one is different from the previous one. This one offsets to the right, this one offsets slightly to the left, this one operates offsets just slightly to the left. This one here, slightly to the right, slightly to the left, slightly to the left. So, and then all these tubes are separate. So, and then you got another torsion spring here, and a washer and a tube, and you could slide all of that off, and then what you would have left is a center shaft that runs down through that whole thing that is attached to the shaft on the tuner. And I don't know if there's a way to get that disconnected from the tuner, so I decided to leave all of this side intact. And it's going to go in the soaky right now. I got this I think it's a meg resistor and a 500 pico mica cap. This one here is snipped off the tuner section over here, and all this is a fake cap. So the only way I can think of it right now is a fake cap, a dummy cap, a dumb. So anyway, this is ready to go now. The chassis is out there on the dumpster getting baked to get dried out. We soaked it in a combo of my Joy Juice and navel jelly. So and we had an errand to run this morning, and we soaked it up with that navel jelly and everything, and spritzed it lightly with some magic dust, and went off, did our thing, came back, and then scrubbed it up and got it, all the rust nullified. So now what we're going to do is we're going to drag it in, let it cool down a little bit, and we're going to take a look at it, and then we're probably going to jump into it and start hacking away on the caps. And first on the list is going to be the electrolytics, and I think the resistors that are connected to the electrolytics. Those look like they're seriously baked. We'll give them a check though and make sure that they're out of tolerance. So let me do that. We'll be back. All right, same day, different video. It's Thursday. We got the tuner cleaned up and the push button, part of the push button assembly portion of it, and we did clean up some of these. I still got to do a little bit of rub on those. I got to get the buttons cleaned up, and not sure I'm going to put them in the dip, but I might put them in for a few minutes, but not very long. The chassis we got cleaned up. We've buffed down a lot of this rusted area spots. This was extremely heavy here because I guess it was like a little tunnel in here, and they like going in here and hiding from the family, I guess. We are going to take off the IF cans also, and this is going to come off eventually when I get so I can get around, down and around this thing, and get these here cleaned up pretty good. That's the reason why I haven't done any finishing on the chassis right away. I'm going to get the shafts cleaned up on this and on the tuner assembly, and then in the meantime we are going to go in here and do some recapping. Let me Let's see, those IF cans are one right here and one right there. It doesn't look too complex, so I'll be able to go in here and extract. These primaries leads to the plates of the tubes are in a spring. Yeah, this one here is springy. So we're going to have to deal with fishing the wires back through those 90-degree bends. So we're going to get started on that as soon as I get these here buffed up a little bit here, and go to getting these cans off. So hang on, we'll be back. Alright, we're going to make an attempt at restringing this drive string for the dial, and this is the drive string for the shaft for the tuner, and in conjunction with that, this drum here is going to drive the tuner, or the needle back and forth. Yeah, I've investigated this arrangement here, and there's just no way without pulleys in here to get this thing. If you could crisscross it and bring it back this way, you could get it to function properly. I mean, as far as the track on the needle, but you get it all tangled up here, because there's got to be, what's going to happen is there's going to be zero here. This is the start, the string is in, and we're going to lace it through this hub on this side, and what we're going to do is we're going to wind it, pre-wind it around and around for 6 turns, and then we're going to check the length of it and see whether or not it's going to be the correct length and correct indexing. And if it is, we're going to have to go in here and put a little knot in this thing to keep it tight, and then we'll have to lock. There's a set screw on here to lock it down. There's one on this one also to lock it down. So we're going to go ahead and attempt that. Wish me luck. Yeah. And we'll catch you on the next segment. Thanks for watching. Alrighty, one last quickie here. We managed to get that sucker in there. It wasn't too difficult. There's nothing here. Goes through here, comes through the hole, loops around the spring. We pull it back out through there, and then it comes into here. What you do is you pull the string through, and then you take and well, what I did was I left this set screw loose so that I could spin this thing, and what I did was I spun it around and around and around till I got 6 loops, and then I scooched everything back in the way you see it there, and made a slight little turn on the thing to get the set screw up. Lock the set screw down. Your string still comes through there. If you let it go, it'll go back through the hole, what you do is you come up here, you get you a mini clip like one of those, and you pull this string down till it stretches the spring out nearly all the way. Put your clippy on that portion, and then scooch all your loops back in order and just outside the plumb line of this, and then you put a loop in the outside of your string, scooch it on down through there. You can put another clippy on this thing here. Once you get it all pulled tight and everything, put a clippy on it to hold it, put a loop in your string, scooch it down until you get right here to this brass donut, and then you pull it tight to the brass donut, and then put a little dabble of glue on it or something like that to keep it from fraying loose and coming back out, and then you can remove the things. So this is what we got now. So yeah, this is going to be a because you got to get in there with a spring. Okay, now that we got that, we're going to jump over to this. We're going to let this sit on the back burner for right now, and then tomorrow we got all these cleaned up and lubed up, so those can go back on as soon as I make torsion springs for the ones that are missing. And if I can make those, I'm going to make them all, because if one spring will break, the rest are going to break. So, and I already broke, I think, 2 more. So I'm practically going to have to make all 6. So, yeah, that's all I wanted to catch you up on before we turn it off for tonight. So we'll see you tomorrow. Have a nice evening. We'll see you next time.